How's it going, guys? My name's Wilson. Every NBA superstar will always be remembered by their nicknames based on how they play, their unique personalities, and even how they look. We all know Kobe Bryant as the Black Mamba because he always used to dominate and annihilate his opponents on the court. Most people didn't know Magic Johnson's first name's actually Irving, but we all call him Magic based on the way he played. So without further ado, here's how every NBA superstars today got their nicknames.
LeBron James, who's been the king of the NBA throughout the decade. Before playing in the league, no teenage athlete carried more hype and attention than LBJ back in his high school days. Was named Mr. Ohio Basketball as a sophomore at St. Vincent St. Mary. If he was eligible to go into the league after his junior year in high school at age 17, there'd be no question LeBron would still have easily been the first overall pick. Was already mentioned in the same sentence in terms of basketball greatness as Michael Jordan, was even called the chosen one as the prodigy, destroyed everybody in high school, but not everyone was faded by him. When his team took on Westchester from California, future NBA player Trevor Ariza and his uncle talked some smack, and badly wanted to prove he was the better player over LeBron. Both players were 6'8", and Trevor wanted to prove he was better, but LeBron just absolutely destroys and abused Westchester. James finished with 52 points, scored as many points as the other team combined compared to Ariza's 12 points. Considering Ariza was one of the best prospects going to UCLA, LeBron was king of the court. Kevin Durant, who goes by his initials KD, since he joined Golden State, all the haters refers him to Snake, will always be criticized for leaving OKC and joining a 73-win team, is as hated as any player in the league. Durant goes by a bunch of other nicknames in the past and doesn't really have one that stands out. People called him Durantula earlier in his career, given his length as an unstoppable scorer. Easy Money Snipers his Instagram account name. At the end of the day, most people would just call him KD. Russell Westbrook, who goes by Brodie. People call Russ all sorts of names. When he plays well, he's referred to Bestbrook, Beastbrook, but when he's off, it's Westbrick. But he will be remembered as Brodie at the end of the day. One of the weirdest nicknames by any NBA player. Calls himself, his brother, and his dog the Brodie on social media, but his nickname became more clear when Kevin Durant left the Thunder. OKC's biggest hero is Westbrook, who's loyal to them, to the people he cares about. Nevertheless, one of the most unusual nicknames of any athlete. Stephen Curry, Babyface Assassin, and Chef Curry are the names Steph's most referred to, but his favorite one is Babyface Assassin. When he got it during his college days at Davidson, it was the first nickname people called him for his excellent skills on the court, dominating games, draining bombs after bombs, had a baby face, looked younger than almost everybody on the court, making a name for himself in the 2008 NCAA tournament. And way before he was a star, Steph was just Steph Curry's son. Even now at 31 years old, Curry looks way younger than a lot of guys younger than him, like Bismack Biyombo and DeAndre Ayton. All of a sudden in 2015, Curry was dominating in the game against the Clippers, surrounded by 4 defenders. He didn't even flinch, dribbled past them, and drained the step-back 3 with ease. Coach Steve Kerr immediately drew his hands up in disbelief. Now as he's older, many refers to him as Chef Curry since he cooks guys on the court. Anthony Davis, the Brow, was most famously known for his unibrow. AD even went as far as to trademark the terms fear the brow and raise the brow when he was in college to ensure others don't make money off his likeness, and was aware someone might try to grow a unibrow because of him in case they were trying to make money from it. One of the few players whose nickname doesn't go by how he plays but how he looks, back since he was a freshman at Kentucky. Joel Embiid, the Process. After the Sixers went through multiple tanking seasons in order to draft high lottery picks, since Joel couldn't play his first 2 seasons after being drafted, with the team being terrible, it was going to take a while until Philly gets good. But when Embiid finally made his debut, he frequently used the hashtag Trust the Process on his Instagram, even went as far as telling the Sixers PA announcer to add his new self-claimed middle name The Process to his official introductions. Although that didn't happen, if Embiid leads the Sixers to a title, the process will finally be complete. Kawhi Leonard, the Claw, known for his amazing defense and enormous hands. Just as Gary Payton earned his title as the Glove for his pesky defense, Leonard earned his nickname after he won Finals MVP officially. The Jordan brand even turned Leonard's nickname into a creative logo. Is as good a defender as anybody in the league right now, constantly stripping guys with his large hands. Kyrie Irving, Uncle Drew. Pepsi created an ad in 2012 that featured Kyrie playing a character called Uncle Drew, dressed up as a very old Old Man, a classic 4-episode web series on Uncle Drew taking on younger ballers and making them look foolish in the park with his insane handles, crossing up opponents unlike any other. He's the real embodiment of Uncle Drew himself. Giannis Antetokounmpo, the Greek freak, who many people never heard of, coming to the league in 2013 as the 15th overall pick at 18 years old, being able to easily dunk the ball without barely even elevating off the floor. His wingspan at 7'3" and lengthiness was mind-blowing. Ever since his former head coach Jason Kidd made the change to make Giannis his full-time point guard in 2016, allowing him to dribble drastically, having monster dunks, driving the length of the floor, taking 3 dribbles, combined with his long strides at 6'11", he's as deadly as anybody on the block, was on the path to superstardom, received the trademark Greek freak last year, and on his way to winning his first MVP this season. James Harden, the beard. Coming into the league, Harden didn't have much facial hair at 20 years old, started growing a beard in 2009, and being too lazy to shave, his beard became very popular with style and fashion. There's a lot of people who don't even know James Harden's name, but knows who he is because of the beard. He became more popular when he went to Houston in 2012, as Harden became one of the best players in the league. His beard was featured on t-shirts and posters everywhere he plays. Fans often have fake beards of their own to show their love and support for James. Popular hashtags include Fear the Beard and Bearding have trended on Twitter multiple times whenever Harden has a monster game, which is pretty much almost every night. In addition to MVP chants, Harden is often met with the MVB, named for most valuable beard in the NBA. Paul George, PG-13. After suffering the devastating leg injury, George originally wore number 24 for the first 4 seasons of his career. After his injury, the 6'9" small forward was destined to come back stronger than ever, but the idea actually came from Bill Simmons, who first mentioned the idea on Grantland in May of 2013, suggesting PG-13 would help Paul George become a household name. Uh-oh, PG-13's heating up. Warning, this game contains strong language, violence, and a possible heat check. We might have to make this performance rated R. It's too hot to handle. Let's make this happen already. George liked the idea when asked about it on Jimmy Kimmel in January of 2014.
My friend Bill Simmons would like to see you switch to number 13 so you could be PG-13. Is that a...
That's not bad.
Is that a consideration?
That's not bad. That got a ring to it, right?
Nikola Jokic, the Joker. Coming into the league, he was a nobody. Drafted 41st overall, no one would have ever thought Jokic would become a franchise player for the Nuggets. His nickname was given to him at practice by former teammate Mike Miller because Jokic surprises people, always has an ace up his sleeve, and opponents have to make adjustments, never knowing what he's gonna do next. Very unpredictable on and off the court. Before he became the Joker, Jokic was called Big Honey, given by his teammate Will Barton after a great game, but that didn't last long. Karl-Anthony Towns, known as Cat or Big Cat for his initials, is just an easier way to call him by his name. The name Cat has gotten him deals with Kit Kat, earning him extra money. Towns was called Cat since he was in Kentucky, just like how Michael Kidd-Gilchrist is referred to as MKG or Willie Cauley-Stein, WCS in shortened versions. And Damian Lillard, who also just goes by the shortened version of his name, Dame. Those 14 players I mentioned are all the superstars in today's NBA. The other guys I haven't mentioned, like Rudy Gobert, who's known as the Stifle Tower, Donovan Mitchell, the Spider, and Chris Paul, viewed as CP3, I don't consider Gobert and Mitchell superstars yet. And Paul has lost a little step in his game, often gets injured, is no longer a superstar in my opinion.
Thank you so much for watching this video. I talk NBA comparisons, amazing storylines, NBA history, and anything basketball that will interest you. If you love the NBA, subscribe for more content, more great stuff coming soon. I love all of you. See you next time.